YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage back in the Beastmen campaign. Gonna keep on rolling down the warpath here, folks. I do believe it is time for us to end a turn. Let us do so. I'm gonna try and swing across and hit colossal, see if it's worth anything. And if not, we'll maybe double back around and hit some Empire provinces or something. We gotta find some good loot. Marienburg wasn't worth our time. Alright, so Kazrak's back. Gisero would actually be pretty good loot. Assuming that we don't get jumped by a whole bunch of wood elves. Boot this dude out and get Kazrak back. Alright, so Kazrak is back. Ha, that rhymes. Yes, indeed. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we get. Yeah, not interested. Alright, so we're ready to hit Gisero here. Let's continue the siege. Probably should have tried. We don't need horde growth with Kazrak. This guy's absolutely loaded with horde growth right now. Just move up. Do an auto resolve here. The Bretonnians are no match for us. Was not near as much loot as I'd hoped, but it'll work. It's a couple turns worth. We need to take out Castle Baston. That would probably, yeah, it would have some solid loot because it's a level 5 settlement. The Wood Elves are spread out a little more. It might give us an opportunity to potentially start looting some of their settlements too. If they converge on us, it could be problematic, but if we have all our strength in one place, it shouldn't be too bad. Really? What happened to my Death Shaman? Must have gotten... Ah, here he is. He probably got an assassination attempt made on him. There we go. Done and done. Be nice to get one of the stinking events where we can get some replenishment. Those agents are just relentlessly attacking us. Malagor picked up a Brayherd. All damaged units will be fully replenished. Ha! That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it looks like Alberic here came back and beat down the Redhorn tribe. But I'm gonna bring Malagor up, and we're gonna siege the castle, and we'll bring Kazrak up as well. So let's continue the siege. I don't think we're gonna end up needing any of this siege equipment. And we've got 2 Brayherds that should follow. So it'll give us significant strength in this area, and Castle Baston should yield some significant loot. Someone told me you can look at it somewhere to see how much loot it would be. I don't remember where they said you could see it though. Someone remind me of that, like where you can look at it, and is it in the screen where you're sieging? Castle Baston. Labor force, balance of power. I can't remember where it's at. Is it here? No. Whatever. If you guys can remind me, that'd be cool. I'd like to remember where that's at so I can see how much I'm gonna get. Someone told me there's a way to see it, but I can't remember what it is just this minute. Yeah, I'm sure it's right in front of me and I'm just not seeing it properly. Left click to inspect. Yeah, I mean, we're just... whatever. Alright, so I'm going to end the turn. Even if the Wood Elves try and jump on us right now, we should be fairly safe because we've got all our Brayherds and stuff together. We give us significant strength. Well, well. Astalia. They want to come play. We're still replenishing for this turn, though, so let's wreck these guys. Yeah, just another auto-resolve. I know Lewin's here, but we'll get a big fight here in a minute, hopefully, with Astalia and others around, so let's just wreck this and get some loot. Yeah, there's some good loot. That's what I'm talking about. Leadership, Gifts of Chaos. Alright, yeah, we're still going to get all the replenishment, which is fantastic. I think we can get... Yep, we can get Fate of Buna. Purple Sun would actually be really nice to have against Dwarves. We could go up and create a blob with stuff like Cygors, and then just Purple Sun those guys. These last ones just give us extra Chaos Corruption and Research Rate, which we're not in a big hurry to get, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the turn without researching technology. I don't want to spend that money right now. Yeah, leave me alone, Vlad. Don't need anything you're selling, ugly. Action destroyed, so red horns are gone. Freaking assassinate on Kargar. Gosh! Wounded my death shaman again. I hate these stinking agent spam. Yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 enemy agents harassing me right now. Whatever. Uglies. There's the bridge, so let's just move over here together. There's quite a few Dawi over here, but again, if we get all our stacks together, we'll be quite safe. Yeah, we'll be quite safe. So let's end the... I mean, there's wood elves here too, but I don't know. Like I said, if I get all the Brayherds and stuff together, we'll be all right. Leave that alone. Okay. Let's see what other kind of loot we can pick up here. Is Clan Angren? Surely they won't attack because I'll have too much of an advantage. I've never known the AI to actually be bold like that. We are just getting hounded by agents. Does anybody know, does the AI get a boost to their chance of success on agent actions? I'd be curious. Alright. Let's get Montfort. We want to keep everything together here because it lessens the amount of casualties we take. I know we're just auto-resolving for now, but there'll be a time to fight, and I will. Just none of this stuff is super worth our time at the moment, so that's why I'm kind of just resolving on through. We can do this Fury of the Herd, so now our Gores will get even more buffs. And then Gorble is at level 25, not bad at all. We've got Woundmaker and Unnatural Thirst completely finished. Deadly Onslaught would be pretty good, but let's finish his armor first. And let's end the turn. I'm thinking I might just kind of keep moving and see if I can, because I've got all the Brayherds right now. I'm fairly safe from the Wood Elves. Freaking agent spam. I see 5 enemy agents trailing us right now. There goes one of them, thank goodness. So now we're only getting harassed by 4 different agents. Okay, nothing was successful, fortunately. Circle Paravan. Move up with Kazrak, and then our Brayherds are able to stay right with us here. Wow, it's barely worth my time. It's not really worth my time. Blackened Plate, Flame Resistance, Armor Gained. I don't know, Flame Resistance. Like I said, unless we're up against like a bunch of Starfire shafts, it really wouldn't matter. So yeah, these elf settlements aren't going to be worth a whole lot in terms of loot. But these ones in here would be... These would be worth a tremendous amount of loot, but they're also going to be extremely well defended. Okay, let's end the turn. I'd imagine that dwarf settlement over there would be worth quite a lot as well. Here comes the stinking agents trailing us. The Wood Elves are going to be scared to face us because we have the Warherds. Freaking annoying. Really? Okay, good, a critical failure. I thought it was going to say critical success for a second. Alright. Yeah, the Wood Elves are falling back. We might actually be able to pin them in and bring up all the Warherds and get a huge fight with the Wood Elves. And if we could tear down one of their big settlements, that would put some serious hurt on them. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to here. It's a little bit risky to go into an encampment because we could get caught out alone, but I think we'd be all right. Let's hit that encampment. How much longer is Kargar wounded for? Because I'd kind of like to have him one more turn. That'll actually work out. So let's end a turn one more time. This is a little bit risky because when I go into the hidden encampment, I may not be able to reinforce properly. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't counterpunch me here. Yeah, they've got troops in behind me, so we probably ought to get in there and wreck that settlement, because then by the time their other troops show up to reinforce, we should be in good shape. This may be risky. I'll do like a quick save here just in case I get myself into a really awful situation, but I think we can handle this just fine. Kargar. Put him back in with Malagor. Now what we want to do here, can I actually reach the settlement? I don't know if I can reach the settlement to siege it all in one turn. I can't tell if we can or not, but if we go into an underground movement, we shouldn't take attrition. Here, I'll just do a quick save there and we'll know for sure. I don't think we take attrition going in underground like that. No, we don't. Okay. In the beast paths, I should say, it's not underground. So we'll move in on the beast paths. Hopefully our Warherds will do the same, and then we should be within striking distance of Waterfall Palace. It gets significant defenders, but with the Warherds and Khazrak and Malagor, I think we have the combined strength to take these guys down, and it would be a cool, fun, big battle with the elves to fight. Look at that, the elves are running away. They're probably trying to get their What was my Warherd doing out there alone? Good grief, why didn't you follow me? So the elves abandoned Waterfall Palace. They don't want to fight me because I've got too much strength, but that was freaking... What? Really, Warherd? Yeah, I'm just going to randomly go the other direction. I know I'm supposed to follow you by default, but I'm just going to go the other direction and get myself completely killed in a nonsensical and moronic manner. Makes a lot of sense, it really does. Now we can't go into the encampment because of the we're in view of the enemy army. We're immune to attrition if we go into a raiding stance, but when we come into battle winded. Let's go ahead and actually fight this battle. There's a pretty good garrison of elves, so we haven't gotten to actually fight one yet, so let's fight this. We should get a tremendous amount of loot off this, and if we have to, we can always escape underground into the mountains. Now the elves can move underground as well, but it would give us an opportunity to try and get away if we really had to and replenish. Interesting map. There's a heck of a lot of choke points on here. So that's going to be the choke point right there, and then there's some over here. I mean, I've got my Cygors, but it's going to be really hard to use them effectively on this particular map because of all the trees. It's going to really block some of the line of sight. Let's just see what we can do. Just hide all that stuff right there. Let's get my Bestigor. Kazrak. Those guys in a group, these guys in a group, them in a group. Okay, let's start the deployment. Let's take our Cygors up and see if we can lure the Wood Elves into our waiting hands. Okay, we're getting more troops on. Let's get Gorbel and Kazrak up here. 5 will be all our leaders. These Warherd in a group. Okay, we're getting attacked already. So let's put some rocks on their archers over here. Group 1. Pull these guys back just slightly. Let's swing the archers down this way. Let's get group 5 up here because we got to support. Really? You're gonna send Blade Riders to try and take down Cygors? Doesn't seem like the best proposition to be making. Trying to get my infantry in first to kind of tank for my Minotaurs here. Let's group 3 take out that blob of archers. I'm going to swing around on them. And let's get all our Warherds. Hard group them and move them on in. We're getting some really good... let's take these guys and start moving through here. Keep pushing up. Okay. Centaurs should be able to start chasing some of that stuff down. We've got a break in the middle, I think. Let's get over here and help bust this up. I'm gonna devolve all these archers back there. Are they out of range? I guess so. Alright, whatever. Malagor, forget that devolve. Just do one here. Get a Fate of Buna. We need 16. Oh, those guys are all going down. Let's, we'll wait and we'll put some Fate of Buna on these Deepwood Scouts. Seems like these units over here probably ought to be routing at this point. Okay, keep chasing down the Deepwood Scouts. Take a beating from all those archers. Gorbel, I need you to assassinate this dude over here. Mr. I hide in the woods. Got a pretty good fireball on him. Get him, Gorbel. There we go. Alright, now run him through. Let's get all the rest of these Centaurs on the chase. There we go. Gorbel. Yeah, I didn't think so, buddy. You know you don't want to stand around and fight Gorbel. Get him, Gorbel. Alright, so fairly easy. Took down the garrison there. We did get a little damaged. All this damage is potentially dangerous. A more open map would give us a lot better chances against the elf archers with our Cygors, but open maps in the woods of Athaloran are probably not going to happen. Gorbel's already poisoned. Maybe if we give the giant, or no, let's give it to the Minotaurs, give them poison attacks. Let's give the speed boost to the Minotaurs as well. leadership. Maybe the chariots? Melee defense +5 and missile resistance. The Minotaurs could use that. Okay, so decisive victory. Oh, look at that loot. That sweet, sweet loot. So the elf lands are going to contain some spectacular loot. If we can get to it. We're not going to be able to put Malagor in a camp, unfortunately. And then the Bray Herd hopefully will stay in a raiding stance or something where they don't take attrition. That's going to be pretty good. I almost wonder if we shouldn't pop up and take out Karak Norn real quick just to get away from the elves for a moment. If these two elf armies start to close in on us, then we need to get out of here. And they disappeared, so I have no idea which direction they're... Okay, there comes one of them. Yeah, the elves are not being very... valiant defeat. I hate how they can single out my Bray Herd like that. I'm gonna take whatever replenishment I can get, even though it's not good. That's so annoying. The Bray Herd just like takes off and gets itself killed like that. It's honestly infuriating. Let's pop up here into Dwarf land. That'll get us away from the elves for a moment, and we might be able to pick up some good loot off Karak Norn, which I think will be appropriate. I don't want to pay for that right now, so I will at some point. I mean, that technology's not going to do a whole heck of a lot for me, and I don't want to pay for it. Getting 10% replenishment rate right now, which is not great. Let's go to encampment for one turn, and then we'll hit Karak Norn. I don't want to give the dwarves too much time to try and put together a resistance. Look at the dwarves are fighting the vampires out there. So we'll take advantage of that extra replenishment for this turn. Yeah, Karak Norn's right down there, so one of their armies is, and they've got friends, but they took off in an odd direction. They may not be able to see me up here, I guess. That's possible. Alright, so our Death Shaman levels up again. Let's give him Purple Sun. Could be very appropriate versus the dwarves. And now we should be able to take Karak Norn. And I am going to build some buildings in the hordes. Some of you might be freaking out that you're seeing me not do that right now, but don't worry, we will. We will. Alright, take out these Dawi. Pick up some really solid loot. Picked up a good armor here, too. Let's check out our characters. Just an enchanted shield for Khazrak, so this Trickster's helm would be better. He can keep the Tormentor's thing. That's all we got there. Ruby rings, all good. So yeah, I think everything's good there. Gorbel, let's put the ward save armor on him. Armor of Destiny, and we can now put... Wow, there's a 10% ward save? How come I couldn't put that one on Gorbel? Or could I? Yeah, I can. So I want the... That one's physical resistance and ward save. It might be better. I think that one's just a bit better. The other one's a 10% ward save, but it doesn't have the additional physical resistance either. I don't know, let's just throw this one on this guy. Give him a sword. There's no talismans. Potion of foolhardiness. We'll just give him the potion of strength. Chaos corruption. Okay, that should be good. And we can go into an encampment with Malagor's army. Khazrak levels up. And let's see here. Freakish mutations will make our Minotaurs stronger. Extra melee attack, which is certainly not a bad thing. And are there any buildings we want to build in Malagors, yes, we want to go ahead and upgrade this because it'll give us even more armor and melee attack for all our units, which would be really handy to get the Bestigor up to 110 armor, I think. And then their melee attack's quite good now, too. And since we're kind of cash heavy, maybe we should go ahead and just get these over with so I don't have to see it anymore. Let's go hit Karak Asgaraz, maybe, because all the dwarves are moving in the opposite direction, probably down towards the other settlement. I don't know where they're headed. Maybe back to the vaults or whatever. So a quest issued, recruit a Bray Shaman. That's for the Dark Mail. The Dark Mail would be really nice to have too. So we probably need to go ahead and take the time to do that. Okay, replenishment's gonna be slow. Gorbo levels up to 26. We can finish thick-skinned. And let us go ahead and recruit. Or hang on, let's check the mission, make sure I get it right. Recruit the following hero, Bray Shaman. It doesn't say I have to do it from anybody's army per se. What would be cool is a Bray Shaman Lore of Shadows, because we don't have anything like that yet. Why would we want Public Order +1 when we don't actually have provinces? Doesn't make any sense, does it? We can have another Gorbel, too. Okay, so we raid Akendorf. Oh, I can't remember where Akendorf is at. Seems like I should remember that. I guess I can just click the thing and it'll show me. Whoa! Way over there. Alright, well, we'll probably get there. And then the Scourge, we have to raid Middenheim, which is desolate and way away. That's irritating. But good to know what we gotta do. I'd like to complete all that, obviously. This one gives us additional... That one's still just helping Ungor units. So that'll take away a little bit of upkeep costs, so that'll be worth it. We can probably build, based on our growth, we could probably build this Mound of Flesh. Because we're still getting pretty solid positive growth every turn. We're going to have 10, that'll use 5. I need 6 population surplus to do this one. Let's go ahead and build this first, and we'll do the Mound of Flesh after. We could use another chain here to drop the cost of Centigors, which, yeah, we may not want to build the Mound of Flesh just yet, because all that growth is actually probably helpful at the moment. Let's use this Bray Shaman and see if we can kind of make a mess with them. We can get Zap right off the bat, that's good. Hero action chance. Let's go through here and try and get right up to this stuff where give them a better chance of being successful. Okay. I'm gonna go one more turn in a hidden encampment. And I'm gonna, let's see how much that uses. 2 surplus, I've got 6. Let's go ahead and do it, because that'll give us less upkeep for Minotaurs too, so still helpful in the end. Okay, let's take this Bray Shaman over towards Karak Asgaraz and we'll try and damage... We'll just see if we can damage the main chain building. Alright. Looks like the Wood Elves are like trying to resettle all of the Bretonnian land that I ripped apart. But they're not doing a good job of protecting their homelands, really. So I might try and get the Craig Halls of Findel soon, too, because that's going to be absolutely ripe with loot. I'm going to just bounce over here real quick. Okay. We could just get rid of one of these spearmen easily and put that Bray Shaman into this stack. That'd probably be way more useful than a spearman, honestly. I don't even know why I have that spearman in there, probably just because I can. Let's go ahead and end one more turn, and then we'll take out this settlement. That's going to be all the time I have for this episode. Didn't get to fight a lot of battles, unfortunately, because the AI is being pretty passive and wussy. The elves have all those stacks, and they're still not even trying to converge on me, and my Bray herds are gone. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. It's kind of moronic, honestly. Let's kick one of these spearmen. There we go. Karak Azgaraz is going to go down. Not a lot of loot, but it's something. Another potion of strength. Let's get in here. Basic armor. Just give him this one that gives him extra armor and melee resistance. Hand weapon. Gives him poison. Magic resistance, sure, why not? Enchanted item, we'll give him a potion of strength. No casting items. Leadership and fighting against humans, sure. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be all the time I have for this episode. I think after this, you all tell me where you want me to go next. Do you want me to go back to Elflands, or do you want me to go somewhere different? And if so, tell me where you want to see something different. But I'm thinking we probably need to just go ahead and take out the Wood Elves. They're pretty irritating. They're not on my list for victory. Like, if we look at long campaign victory, we still got to finish the Empire, all of Bretonnia, Averland's gone, and the Dwarves. So the Elves are not necessarily on my hit list, but kind of seems like the right thing for a Beastmen campaign is to take out the Wood Elves and clear the forest. So we'll see. Anyway, hope y'all are enjoying it. I love making this for you. Appreciate MSI being an awesome sponsor, and I hope you all are enjoying this content every day. Feel free to give me feedback so I know what you want to see, what you enjoy, what you want to see more of. Love the comments. Can't wait to see you soon. HeirofCarthage signing out.